live from random secret studios in Philadelphia and across the Delaware Valley.
I'm the capo. He's the prez.
And this is Sons of Ben, the pod. Devin and Adam. This is episode. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is the man that stole our stolen chant, sang it from the top of the art museum, and still hasn't come to a game, a tailgate, or the pod.
I'm actually not sure if that's a true statement, but continue.
This is episode Jason Kelce.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's Philadelphia royalty, and shout out to NFL offensive linemen, because if not, we would have no people to represent these numbers other than Philly's relief pitchers from 1994. So thank you.
And a bad hockey
Appreciate
player, too.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, man, occasionally you get Yamir Yager, so.
Yeah. So, episode number 2, Jason Kelce. Yo, man, we're still waiting for you to hop on the pod, come to a tailgate. You stole our stolen song. You know, I don't know who's more mad, us or the people of Millwall, but come on, you can't be stealing our shit and not coming correct. You know what I mean?
Did you have this same, vibes when Danny Briere stole the goal horn? Or was that you more cool with that?
That was cool because he kind of stole from the union, not from us. So, and at that point, anything that the union can get, like, mainstream, was really cool. So yeah. But now I'm upset when Eagles fans, like knuckle draggers, the hoagie mouths of the world, are singing the song and like, this is our Eagles song. Like, no, it's not. But anyhow, we digress. Housekeeping, Devin, beer of the pod, Yards and 2SP. I've got a Yards Filthy right now. It's their unfiltered hazy IPA, and it is going to get me through this pod. And if it doesn't, I've got the Up and Out from 2SP, their hazy IPA. So I'm like hazy all day, man. I'm like Spicoli right now.
I mean, it's a quality beverage. It's a quality beverage,
Yeah. So support those that support us. The beers will be flowing on Saturday from Yards and 2SP, so be ready. Now, Little Sons of Ben news, real quick. Renew. You keep forgetting to. You want to renew. All the kits were packed. They were mailed out. If you renew now, they'll go in the mail next week. You'll have it. We cleaned up the lot. I was just down there, guys. I was telling you, we've got more picnic tables. Me, my uncle, and my dad built high top tables, bar rails. It's the beer trailer. I had somebody come in and flush out the beer lines. Everything is ready. We are ready to go. So make sure you renew because you can get the tailgate. The tailgate's only 100 people. I think we are 3/4 of the way sold out. So you want to get in because we're not taking walk-ups. We're trying to, still keep it COVID safe. I know people have gotten their vaccines and they feel like they're invincible, but we're still keeping it safe. So it's 100 people at the tailgate. So get in there. If you're a member, it's $10. Non-member, $15. You got to get it. And we're going to close that off on Friday, Saturday. So probably Friday. So get your tailgate tickets. Travel news. Adam, you know where I'll be on Tuesday?
No idea.
Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Because your Philadelphia Union are playing Atlanta United. And I've checked with TSA, and as long as American Airlines is cool, the Shield is flying with us.
So, are you going to have, the same people Goldberg has when he enters the ring, or are you just waiting for someone to hit you over the head and take that?
Man, have you been to Atlanta?
I have.
No hipster's going to hit me over the head with our own Shield. We're okay.
You mean, so you speak of hipster Atlanta. I reference Freaknik Atlanta.
Well, I'm not going there. I'm going to the Benz. And then I'm going to Peachtree Street where my hotel is. We're staying at the Westin.
All I'm saying is Waka Flocka and Big Boy and all of the other Atlanta-based rappers make regular appearances. So as much as we made MLS very suburban up where we live, that is a team of the people down there in the dirty.
every dirty Atlanta rapper you just quoted weighs less than the Shield.
I bet you Ludacris can fight though.
I'm getting
Like look.
Ludacris can't
I've
even rap
seen
without saying his
him-
name.
I've seen
Luda,
him. I mean, look,
Luda.
Biggie. No, so you have a situation where he's been in multiple Fast and Fury. So I feel like he's been near a Vin Diesel, a Tay Diggs, The Rock, even John Cena now. So I feel like he might have stepped up his own regiment.
He
in the
was
gymnasium.
also in Justin Bieber's "Baby Baby Baby" video. So don't tell me.
He needed to give Jay Beebs the street cred that he now takes today into Drake videos.
Yeah, Luda's bowling with J Beebs. I ain't worried about him. We going to be okay with that Shield. Don't worry.
I miss bowling.
I'll be at Waffle House. It's going to be great.
Oh my God, why?
Because cholesterol, it's good.
I mean, cholesterol is delicious. Don't get me wrong.
More travel news. I don't know. I have not physically put the deposit down, but I got approval from the boss. We're going to go to Nashville. July 4th weekend, Union play Nashville. We going down there. We're going to have a good old time. So if you haven't, I think you might want to go. I think Nashville is going to be a blast. It probably is the first freedom vacation that we're going to have, because down south, there's no COVID. There's no masks. There's no bras. There's no nothing. It's going to be great.
I would like to say that the lovely outpost in Myrtle Beach actually figured out what masks were about 4 months ago. So part of that city is kind of trying. But on the flip side, like everyone in that state that wanted a vaccine pretty much has one now. So there is that caveat. They were actually giving those out like Pez dispensers. Kids, remember what Pez? Devin, a Pez dispenser was.
Trust me, those are still a thing, and they are still just as disgusting as they were back in the day. Don't worry.
I mean, I haven't been in a supermarket checkout lane where I haven't been staring at my phone in the last 7 years, so I've missed all the Pez dispensers.
Now, speaking of things that you don't want to miss, we got some new merch. The Shield merch, we will probably leak it Thursday, Friday. We have got a yellow shirt with the Sons of Ben Shield logo that we've done, which is it's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. And I don't have enough. I got a lot of baby blue, like Sons of Ben stuff. I don't have any yellow, and I'm like, okay, cool. But the cool thing that you're gonna do, and we printed a small amount to sell at the kiosk inside the stadium on Saturday. It's a black tee that Ryan Bross designed that's got reflective metallic silver. And when Bross was trying to describe it to me, I'm thinking, oh shit, man, this is going to be some Ed Hardy looking 2009 looking shit. This is going to be terrible. And when I saw the mock-up, and when I saw the reflective, it is so cool. You're going to want this shirt. And we're going to have limited amounts at the kiosk, which is going to be under the Sons of Ben mural at the supporters gate. And we will also have a code at that kiosk for pre-orders that you can get online. But check that shirt out. You're going to want it. I'm buying both. And I mean, I'm buying them full price. I'm not even getting a Sons of Ben President discount. I'm paying full boat for these things. So you might want to check that out, Adam.
I mean, I was just thinking when you reference Ed Hardy, how long is that going to take to come back to being cool again? Because there was that 3.5 month cycle where everyone was like, you know what? A bedazzled tiger on a black shirt. Yeah, that's what I want to wear out on my night out in the town. I'm going to get all of the ladies with my flared jeans at the bottom and my Ed Hardys.
When tribal tattoos come back, the Ed Hardy will come back. That's my prediction.
Tribal tattoos didn't really leave. They just migrated to the calf. Anyone notice that? There's people getting banned calf tattoos like they're Tongan, and I just found that interesting.
Now speaking of globalization, World Cup 2026, www.philadelphia2026.com.
That was actually one of his better transitions, Devin. We might want to mark that one down.
Timestamp this one.
That was a good one. I'm actually I would applaud if it, didn't want to disrupt the sound levels here.
Yeah. So get on there. World Cup we're working on some stuff. There's some news coming in the summer, beer related. It's going to be good. And Zach Steffen has joined the board. Manchester City's own Coatesville's own is going to be part of the push, the bid committee.
Kia of Coatesville is literally a reaction now. Every time I hear Coatesville, I just Jim Zapala. It's terrible. Anyway,
He wants to see in a Kia. He should
oh my
sponsor us.
god,
Now,
that's
Yeah, we
crazy.
gotta go get the sponsor money.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can do the that's crazy pretty well. So you know.
oh, you
Man,
could be that new guy. You're going to replace
Look,
him. Nice.
That's one of my favorite moments in marketing because like they were sitting in a room and he was just like, I could say that's crazy. But he's like, okay, that's cool. But what if you inflected the second syllable like super hard for no reason? That's crazy. And like, yeah, we got it. That's
Now,
gold.
what's better, that or the Stake 'em Up guys?
Oh my! Well, here's the thing. If you want to talk about dated references, the fact that the Stake 'em Up guys are still doing the "What's up" from like literally 2003.
That's
Like
the best.
Devin actually might not remember that commercial. That's how long ago that bleeping
Devin,
commercial
what's
was.
up? Was a Bud commercial.
My favorite was when they did the upper scale white kids. They're like, "Chad here. What are you doing? What are you doing?" It was just like. That was good marketing. That was a golden age of commercials there.
Now, here's your week transition. Speaking of white guys going, what are you doing? Drunken Union Zoom every Friday, 7:30.
No, that was still pretty solid, actually. You know, I actually would say, you know, that you got a key part of the demographic basically covered there.
So Adam and I were on last Friday. Got a little
Yes.
chat going on. Got some spirited JT talk.
Always a good time.
We're gonna see Dale at the in the ATL. He wants to hold the shield, so it's a little family. And if you haven't ever been, it's not too late. It really isn't. You just gotta hit a like on the tweet. You'll get an invite to the Zoom. Trust me, all are welcome because there's some freaking characters on this thing that you know everybody is welcome on this thing.
Like me.
Exactly. Now,
No, yeah.
speaking of people that aren't always welcome, you know,
Like
people
me.
that are salty. Devin, Discord, how's that?
Discord's great. Of course, our prediction challenges have been going pretty hard in there. Yours truly is at the top of the CCL
Oh,
predictions currently. So
you picked
know,
4-0. You said 4-0. I don't remember that.
I picked the 1-0 away, and then got the correct result for the home. So
You're the most impressive thing coming out of Tottenham Hotspur right now.
hey, listen, we just beat Southampton today.
Oh,
Put some respect on it.
We've got some
Man.
Tottenham news later because
Well, here they come, the Spurs. My
We
God,
have got
big
a-
dick energy right here.
we have got a packed show where the Union are not even the focus, but we've got to get
Oh,
through
man.
Union news because we've got so much to talk about. All right, so real quick, Saprissa, Adam, you and I were there. We were in the thick of it. We were 4,000 people, sounded like 40,000 people, and we beat them 4-0 while Devin was like surfing in, San Diego.
I hope you were slurping oysters, you SOB. Like I hope whatever you had was like Chilean or sautéed in a way.
but
I will say, I found a bar to watch the game at, and it was like an authentic British pub. Like the owners were from Britain, had the accents and everything, all British beers.
dirty little
full
place
menu.
in
It
Little
was
Italy, right?
amazing.
Dirty little. It's
I wouldn't say it's dirty.
a little
it's not-
divey. I know the
it's
place.
divey. I'll go
It's-
divey.
They
yes,
could
I'll
it's
be
go
like-
they
divey.
could be a sponsor in the future. Leave these people alone. We might have to
I-
do a San
oh.
Diego loyal trip eventually.
I-
so
I'll think of the name during this pod. I've been to that bar. It's a fun time, man. But it's a little dingy.
Here's a question: Is
You got
that
to almost walk through the kitchen to
geographically-
get to the bathroom, right, Devin?
Isn't any pub a little dingy though? Like an authentic
Like
pub.
a pub. When it's
Not
a
like a
pub,
pub.
it
2SP,
has
not
to
yards.
be dingy.
No, not those guys.
That's not a pub.
That's not a
That's
pub.
a bar.
Yeah. No.
That's a bar restaurant.
We gotta
Bar
teach us
restaurant
some things, man.
brewery. It's three things in one. When you have just a straight pub, everything has to be mahogany. Someone's jerseys on the wall that everyone has forgotten because like only the owner likes that team anyway. And like you got some bar stools that are completely uncomfortable. That's a pub.
Yeah. So speaking of dirty, Adam, we did Saprissa dirty, did we not?
That was well, I mean, look, first the union did that thing that they do, which is like get a coach fired. Like, and I don't think they necessarily were like the final nail in the coffin, but like that was definitely like the most egregious part of this entire process when they were just like, you really let an American team put a 4 spot up on us? Like that's
Did
Come
they
on,
fire
guy.
him? I didn't look.
They did, yes.
Ooh.
They have relieved him of his duties. The coach of Saprissa. He's and I mean, look, if anyone who was aware of the situation, they knew that they were not good at the time of playing us. The Union found a team in terrible form and exploited the ever living hell out of said terrible form. And I mean, they carved them. They carved
Adam,
them. At no point I thought Saprissa was going to participate.
I
Not
need,
like be
I need,
good. Just
I need to take a
participate.
second, real quick. I have to appeal to Tim McDermott, Union Marketing. We've had this idea in the past, and this is what I want to do. I want, as the Union and the teams go through the tunnel, to enter the field. I've asked for this before, especially the last year or two. I want pictures of every coach that got fired after they played the Union on the wall as the team goes in. And then the last thing is a mirror. And it just says question mark next. So the next coach that walks on the field looks at it and goes, oh shit, I might be next. I want Union Marketing to make this happen, to make that tunnel intimidating. And then I want to put steel on the top so we can bang on it like a drum. That's what I want.
I mean, I'm not against this in any capacity. As a person who like, I sometimes steer away from the really terrible bants, but that's something I feel like that's borderline wholesome. I'm here for that one. That's good stuff.
Every
right
coach that
there.
can just put a little X on them, and then you're next. Yeah. So get on it, McDermott. Don't make me call somebody about it.
Come on.
Guys, we got Atlanta. But let's talk about this Columbus game. I watched it Sunday night at a local pub in Fairmount, my beloved Bishop's Collar, who, they're not soccer fans. I basically said, hey, can you put FS1? And my buddy who's the bartender's like, I don't even know if we have FS1. I'm like, you got FS1, put it on. And we watched, and people in the bar started to watch it. And at the end, they're like, oh, 0-0. That sucked. And I'm going, bro, that's a win. That's a victory. You go to Columbus and you tie and you get a point. I was almost as happy as after the 4-0 whooping at Saprissa. After that, like, we got out of Columbus with a point. I was thrilled. Am I overreacting?
I don't know.
I wouldn't say this was like, I'm pretty sure it was last season. I can't remember his last season before he went to Columbus, and this game was identical to that game where it was just this nobody really had great chances, and it just didn't feel like either team wanted to win. But then Columbus scored that one like fluke goal that deflected off of Mark McKenzie. I'm pretty sure it was last season. They went on to win 1-0, but it should have been 0-0. It was a lot like that. It was like identical. Like those two games could have been played side by side. And
This game, though, both goalies were out of their mind. They both got lucky on posts. The post saved their asses, but they both looked good. And when I was trying to explain to somebody, like I said, my friends that, aren't soccer guys, and they're like, what's it like? I go, dude, going to Columbus is like, and Adam, you're going to love this reference. It's like the pro team when they played The Longest Yard. Now, Devin, The Longest Yard was a movie with Burt Reynolds, but then Adam Sandler redid it.
I was about to say he might have saw that one.
I've seen the Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I think I saw clips of the Burt Reynolds.
When you go to Columbus, you just want to get out of there. You want to get out of there as fast as possible. So you're not that focused on your task. Where Columbus, they're like, we're inmates. We're here for life. We don't give a shit. We'll take your ankles out. We don't care. So that's how I feel like I'm trying to explain to people what it's like to play in Columbus. I go, nobody wants to be there. Nobody does well. I was talking to an Atlanta fan today. They're like, it's miserable. And Atlanta fans travel everywhere. They bring 500 people to who gives a crap. They want to get out of the dirty South. They bring 1,000 people to Orlando, for God's sakes, in July. So they go to Columbus and they're like, that place sucks. Even they say it sucks.
Do you realize this is why we kept bringing Mexico back?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, once you realize, you're like, okay, guys, we have a really terrible place that we somehow tend to do decent in. Let's bring our biggest rival there every single time. Like you got to put the teams anywhere, but they kept bringing them back to Columbus, Ohio, for the exact reasons that you speak of. Even though the 2 to 3 Ohio State fans that you just insulted on the pod, I do feel bad for them. But beyond that.
Yeah, I feel bad for. No, I really don't.
So here's the thing: if Elroy or Eloy Room, if he was from any country that wasn't the Netherlands, is he a national team keeper? Because I've seen him for 3 consecutive years now play out of his mind. And last season particularly, I think he's one of the key components that leads to Columbus's championship. And we can all point to Andre Blake's key saves. And let's be honest, there wasn't even that many key saves that needed to be had. It was a lot of a possession game of soccer. But that guy continually is the foil of the Union. Devin was speaking on the fact that we lost on a Mackenzie fluke goal, but it was also the fact that Room stood on his head and stopped a lot of chances last season and then did so again this season,
Is Room the Columbus version of Silvestri?
No, because he's Brian Silvestri, bless his heart, is probably at best a backup MLS keeper. But
not in the Open Cup, man. He steal your heart.
No, but Nori was John McCarthy, and McCarthy now I guess is now the starting keeper for Inter Milan or Inter Miami. I don't even know how that started. I was just like, is that McCarthy?
Is he starting? Do we have him on Saturday?
Without a helmet.
Adam, did you just mix up Inter Miami and Inter Milan?
This is why they got.
This is the lawsuit.
That's a lawsuit.
This is why they're getting sued.
I'm gonna have to clip this and send it to them. This is witness proof right here.
No, look, I'm still waiting. And here's the thing: I know Palermo has $0, and this is why they're not suing David Beckham. But I watched that game against the Galaxy the LAFC, and the disservice they are doing to the color pink. Inter Miami is just, it makes me sad.
Well, don't worry. I think Palermo's in for the Super League, but we'll get into that later. Now, speaking of Super, your Philadelphia Union in the MLS Power Rankings, dose. Seattle's number 1, and the Philadelphia Union were number 2 on the MLS Power Rankings. Columbus was 3, Kansas City 4, LA were 5 and 6. And then I stopped looking. I'm like, I don't give a crap. We are ranked number 2 in the MLS Power Rankings, but we're never on the MLS advertisements. I think we got to talk to Garber about this. That's garbage.
I mean, look, I believe Alejandro Bedoya is sexy. I believe Andre Blake is sexy. I believe Jamiro Montero is sexy. I don't know who's the needle mover on the team if you're going to do the advertisements, because you got to sell the stars with this league, right? And the MLS is basically
just in the highlight package, have us scoring a goal, not getting scored against, that kind of stuff. Listen,
no, I'm here for that.
When you watch a Fanatics commercial, the Sixers are always on there because the owner of the Fanatics own the Sixers. We should be represented better in MLS advertising. There should be some river end shots. There could be some Adam Booth ass shaking. We don't care, but there should be some Union representation. If we're the number 2 team in the power rankings, let's see some more Union.
I think they didn't even put that much Columbus in one of the advertisements I saw the other day. I'm like, they won the cup. I'm like,
it's really, it's the big markets. That's what
it is. It is what it is. Philadelphia, that way. Big market. We're a big market.
Not yet. We haven't established ourselves as a big market in this game yet. It's basically remember when the LA Kings were terrible for 75 years? LA wasn't a big hockey market and then became a big hockey market.
Well, if they
Yes,
want it to
there's
be
that.
big, advertise us a little bit, then maybe
Well,
people in our area will pay it to anyhow.
unfortunately, it only works the other way around.
I know.
Before we move on to these games that we played, can we just give a little Leon Flock love?
Oh,
He's been playing fantastic.
Yeoman's work. Yeoman's work. Like, kid
Texas
came in.
born and raised, man. Texas born and raised and got the hell out of there.
Thank God for visas, because we're not gonna have a fusion minute this day, but we can talk about visas and how that's really annoying me right now. But thank God he's an American citizen, so we don't have to worry about
You
him
say
coming
Leon,
over.
and I say Ernst. There's another Ernst Tanner. Where does he find these guys? Like, is he just looking on YouTube for like the 8th division? Is he watching Casa Soccer in Philadelphia and he's just going to pull somebody out? It is unbelievable. But yeah, he's just jumped in right away and just has fit perfectly. Yeah, so Ernst, thank you. Leon, welcome.
Look, and you gave this, the best part about this was you knew coming into this season, if you were going to play Fontana at the 10 position, which seemed to be the original philosophy, you were going to put Jamiro Montero in not necessarily the most creative position. Him on the left side, he'll get you some good crosses in there, but he doesn't necessarily reach his full potential there. But the fact that you were able to put what looks like to see a more defensive oriented midfielder in that position in the diamond allowed Montero to play up top, allowed Fontana to get to the very top. I think it's changed a lot of what, honestly, my expectations of the team this year. Like his insertion into play. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be the be all end all, but the last couple of games, especially with him in it, has made me a little bit more confident than I possibly was, coming into the season.
Listen, he did what he wanted to do in both games against Saprissa, and all I gotta say is, Adam, dent, 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 dent.
Jamiro Montero, Jamiro Montero, Jamiro Montero. Like, legitimately played, especially against Saprissa, was just everything you want a number 10 to do. Score 2 goals, get 2 assists. Like, what else? What else are you going to do? That's literally Webster's definition of a number 10.
And $1 million. That's all he cost us. $1 million.
I mean, everyone costs us $1 million for ML bleeping us.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 players making more than 6 figures on this team right now. Is that a real statement?
Now, speaking of that,
maybe 3.
Did you guys, and we'll touch on it because I know we've got a ton. Did you guys get to go to the town hall, the town hall with Tim and Ernst on Zoom?
No, if I wanted to see grown men be angry on the internet, I would just watch the WWE.
So I didn't know about it. Then I did put in to register, and I didn't get a link. And I'm going, and I used my Sons of Men email, and I'm going, oh, you know who I am. And then I read all the transcripts, and we're gonna redo the town hall because I love Ernst, I like Tim. I'm gonna just do 2 points. They said the money that they got from Aronson and stuff is a refund. No, it's going to be a reinvestment, not a refund. And then they kind of went on to well, we're not going to spend $10 million on one player. I go, that's fine. Just tell us that you're going to get 1 or 2 $1 million players like you did with a Jamiro Montero, and everybody would have been okay. But my God, they botched that town hall from everything I heard of.
I don't know. I don't even know if it should have been that big of a deal. And I think the only reason it was a big deal is because it was the off season still, and it's still beginning of this season. Not much else to talk about. I don't know. Like, what do people expect to happen here? I'm just very confused at the amount of outrage that there was about these comments, just because this is the Union's model. This is what it's been.
Oh, yeah.
Just because they sold it, the model worked. They sold 2 players, fantastic. They're not going to change
and by the way,
what we've been doing.
We're unbeaten right now.
Exactly. I mean, there's that too. But, everyone that was praising them for being, the Ajax of America, we even said it on this pod. Is Ajax going out there and buying $20 million players, $30 million players.
No.
They bought one player over like I think like their biggest transfer fee over the past few years has been like 30 million, and that was even on the high end. Most of their purchases are all under 5 million, and for a team like Ajax, 5 million to them is like 500,000 to us. So I mean, like,
I think people in Philadelphia are so used to the Eagles and the Sixers, the Flyers in the off season, and you win the off season and you do something that's exciting. So when you don't see any action, you get upset, which I get, and I think we're going to get one or two players in June. I think with COVID, it's been tough to get people like Leon Flack came literally, if he didn't have an American passport, that wasn't going to happen. And the Union are really bad at one thing and one thing only, getting green cards for players. Like Corey Burke's still waiting for a green card. Like so I mean, I'm going to be patient, but I think Ernst is going to bring us what we need, which is probably a striker or maybe a backup 10 in June and that's just my thought. I think that's what we need.
And they opened up a spot for it today.
Yeah.
They got an international spot, and they put Orvik on the Union too. So, we got.
Oh,
an
that was the
international spot now.
mysterious team that they loaned him to?
I love that shit. I love that shit so hard because the whole time they were just like, we just brought him over here. Do you think we're really about to just loan him out to someone like that doesn't matter? No, we're going to keep him on our minor league team that we possess ourselves. Like you, like why do you have a B squad? Why do you have a B squad if not for we're just going to develop homegrowns? No, it is just like the Reading Phillies. Sometimes you got to send Chase Utley down there for some rehab assignments. Okay, that's why you have a B.
They're like he's loaned out to a mystery team. I'm like, what? Chelsea 3 or a Casa team? Devon's Beer League team. I was like, come on, we knew where he was going.
They sent him to Christos FC down there in Baltimore. That's where he went. No, but like, I'm happy here. We got that new international spot. Obviously, Ernst got someone who's probably super Austrian coming, and I'm excited about it because
Aronson's coming back.
No, man. First off, I'm happy for him, and he's not going to be there very long. He's totally gonna find a like. Here's the thing: it's not even like they're that small of a club, but they're definitely larger clubs that will be calling for Brendan Harrison.
Oh, he's Bundesliga or La Liga bound, man. He's
also about to be. Sorry to interrupt, but he's also about to be like a low key stay on the U.S. national team. Because as many times as Christian Pulisic's going to, break his legs in 45 different ways, Brendan Aronson's like, no problem, boss. I got you.
What job security is that? Like, hey, I'm Christian Pulisic's stunt double.
It's like being...
You're always in. You're always going to eat.
It's like being Blake Griffin's stunt double.
All right, real quick. We've got Miami this Saturday. We've got Atlanta on Tuesday. I know we got more to talk about, so Devin... let's get into it. Let's go predictions. Miami, what you got?
This has got to be a win. It's got to be. I'm all in. 2-1 Union. I think this is it's gonna be a good home opener.
Discord people are gonna be biting that off you now. They're gonna try to.
Devin's on a good streak on the Discord, so you gotta ride the whale. I'm going with. Union get a dub. I don't do scores anymore because game flow dictates how a score happens more than anything. But you got to get this dub here. I hope they wear the blue kits with the lightning on it because I'm going to keep asking for Brandon and all of them to make that happen because you should wear those at home so we can look at them and be in awe.
Yeah.
Also, wear these yellow shorts because I see them in FIFA. Right? They've been rumored. There has to be a set of yellow shorts somewhere. They don't make up shorts in FIFA. They're pretty accurate. The specs definitely were sent in correctly. So I'm just waiting for these to materialize, and I'm very excited about them.
Is this game? This isn't just on PHL 17. Am I correct? Is this game a No, I take it back. No, 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 no. Yeah, sorry. No, they're not going to debut those
It's
shorts. Not
also
on
on
PHL
ESPN
17.
Plus, Matt.
Well, yeah, that's not gonna bring the yellow shorts out. That's gonna be a national game, my friend. Just letting you know. Now, Tuesday, I spent some hard-earned coin, some scratch. Go American Airlines, staying at the Westin with a group, PhillySportsTrips.com. Get on there. We still have a few seats open. Atlanta gave us 100 tickets. I think we're in the 30s right now. So if you're listening to this, get on. If you're even debating it, it's a Tuesday fly down, fly back Wednesday. If you're working from home, you're not even going to miss anything. Get down to the Benz. What are you guys thinking? I think Atlanta is really our new rival. I think, Red Bull, New York University, FU, New England, who cares about them? DC. Atlanta's our rival. So is this the first where we open hand smacked them in the mouth and said, we're going on to Portland. We're going to beat you in the Benz?
I mean, I feel like MLS made New England a rival because we had to play them 47 times last season. So I don't know. Maybe Atlanta can be like a secondary rival. I don't know. You should. I mean, look, I ain't gonna say you should do anything. Josef Martinez is a mother bleeper, and that can be a problem in the wrong situation. So I'm not gonna discredit his existence. He alone can change the dynamic of a game. But if you feel that Saprissa wasn't just the fact that they're terrible and you took advantage of a team that was about to fire their coach in a week anyway, then you should have some confidence coming into this. But this is definitely a scenario where I'm saying to the Union, I'm not necessarily expecting you to come out here with 3, but if you come out here with a tie and come back to Chester with that, then you're putting the Union in a very good position for this. But can I also speak on my little bit of disappointment on playing another MLS team now? I wanted to play another international team. Like I love the vibes of that. Playing another MLS team feels hollow now.
I get you. I feel that. But secretly, as somebody that doubted the MLS for so long, I'm so proud
Oh yeah.
of this little league that everybody advanced. And then after this, we may play Portland. Not to look ahead, but you're like, is that where Adam Booth cashes in his charter flight?
All right, so I've talked to the family, and the girlfriend isn't as excited about the dream of the '90s as I am.
Devin, we got a shot. We might be his +1.
Yeah.
We'll wait for it.
No, I might just shell out the bacon bucks, my Dogecoin on that, and just do that myself, and call that a day. But it's something for which I'm pretty for the idea of playing Portland in that scenario. But
And let's not just throw Portland in there. I mean, they're playing against Club America, who's had a good history in this competition. So I mean,
Devin, little known fact. I have been to 47 of the 48 continental U.S. states. You know what state I've never been in?
which one is that?
Oregon. So this is destiny that we're going to play Portland. We're going to beat Atlanta. We're going to play Portland because I need to get to the state of Oregon to knock number 48 off. And then I can finally go to Hawaii and Alaska. That's all I've been
Adam,
waiting for.
He's just trying to bribe you with this. He's been to Portland. I've
How
seen
about
pictures.
just-
Seattle, never Portland.
yeah, they're basically the same thing. Yeah, so that Cascadia, get at me. No, but look, I'd be excited for whomever the partner is. I'm not even sure how to even cash in my coins there. I'm gonna have to get on the phone with Adam Can in a couple of days and be like, so how does this work exactly?
It's con.
Adam Pecan.
It's like when you.
Yes.
It's like Spicoli when he talks to Mr. Hahn. Adam
Joel
Kahn.
Hans Embiid. No, but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to first off this matchup with Atlanta, and I'm hoping that we can succeed and move on. But so far, just to even get this far in this tournament, hats off to the unions. This is definitely a positive step in the club's direction.
I mean, let's just take a quick moment in the time machine. Have we ever, in the month of April, as Union fans, had this much joy? I'll answer. No, we have not. We've never had this much joy in the month of April as a Union fan. So we knocked off a Costa Rican powerhouse. They're the New York bleeping Yankees of Costa Rican soccer. We got a point from Columbus. We're going to go spank Beckham, and then we're going to go down to Atlanta and basically lose the hell out of Home Depot. So yeah, I'm excited about the month of April and looking forward to May. It's good times all around.
It's definitely a fun time, and this is you're right. This has been the most fun I've definitely had as a Union fan in April in a very long time. So like that one time we were like first in the league for like 3 weeks, and then that was cool. But beyond that, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to use a baseball analogy. You can't win the league in April, but you can lose it. And we ain't losing it right now. The boys are looking good. Now, speaking of looking good, guys, we've got something that we want to unpack, and I don't know how to approach it. And Devin, I'm going to lean on you because this thing has changed in the last 40 hours. We've got Super League action, yo. And when I wrote the notes for the pod, I wanted to congratulate you, Devin, that Tottenham was going to win the Super League because they were going to be the last group in there. But they got out of it too. And I wanted to congratulate Adam and myself as being beloved Chelsea fans because not only do I know that Chelsea was behind creating this crap, they were also the first to throw it under the bus in typical Chelsea fandom. But
speaking of Mourinho,
guys, what? Yeah,
I mean, listen,
we didn't even get into that yet.
This is supposed to be a happy week for me with the Mourinho sacking, and here we are. So, no, we don't have to go through the details of it. Everybody that's listening to this already knows what happened here, and we kind of have a unique outlook on this because we've since the last time we've recorded, we've seen this come and go.
Oh.
It's been 3 days, and there was the uphill and then the downhill, and we've seen it all. So I'm sure we could get some good points in here.
The thing that I find fascinating about it is it's just like this is going to happen regardless.
Yeah, this is not
like
the
this
last
is
time
definitely going to happen.
It's absolutely
It
not.
just and here's the thing about and like it's not going to happen in this iteration, but they're going to find a way to make something like this happen because what the presidents of some of these clubs are saying, they do have points. Football needs to evolve in some capacities, and one of the things that they don't talk about enough in this debate is the European dollar that is going into this leagues has been maximized. They're not getting any more money out of domestically England, Italy, Spain, any of these countries. They are spending as much money as they're going to spend. Once you start making the ticket prices 60, 70 quid, they're not going to go. And they've said this much, and that's one of the bigger differences between the United States and England. They actually hold fast to that stuff.
And it's funny you say that because and I always take this weird approach, and I know I'm contrarian to all this, but as soon as I heard about it, I go, I don't like this. This is crap. And then I looked at it because I'm like, oh, this is billionaire owners trying to get more money. And then I really looked at it and I go, this is billionaire owners trying to get rid of FIFA, or for us like CONCACAF or UEFA, who I don't know what the hell FIFA does. I don't know what UEFA does, but they got their hand in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing with all this. FIFA and UEFA have looked like the good guys when
they're not the good guys. They're never
really
the
not,
good guys.
But when you look at it side by side, unfortunately, they are the good guys in a very lose situation here.
I think the messaging was their biggest problem in this, where if these billionaire geniuses framed this the right way, that they said, you know what, we hate the corruption of FIFA, and we want to create a Champions League that is for the champions or something bullshit, people would have been like, oh, so you're not pulling out of the Premier League, you're not pulling out of the Bundesliga, you're just trying to get rid of FIFA. Because let's say it, does anyone like FIFA? I mean, like, so I was just like, this isn't going to go away. I mean, like Adam, you said, this is going to happen eventually. But
it's very unfortunate.
It was ugly.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly no matter what. And you know, you look back on it now, and you look at the timing of when all of these things happened, with the Champions League vote coming in as well. Which, as fans, I'm really not sure that we can be thrilled with these Champions League changes. And I think if this Super League fiasco did not happen, then the Champions League changes would be the number one on the docket right now, and everybody would be rebelling against those because of how bad they are. But you look at it, and you look at it. Well, which one's worse? You know, and now we're so focused on Super League that we're like, okay, they increased the Champions League teams and changed some of the formats and whatnot, and it is what it is. But the thing with the Champions League changes is that they're going towards this system where they're going to allow teams in based on the history of the Champions League and how they've performed in history, which is
what
the entire
Super League
thing
was going to do.
Exactly. So it's like, if Super League did not happen, we are all up in arms about this current Champions League changes, and we should be currently, because they are not great, and they do not they go against the current Champions League setup of everybody being able to get in, no matter who you are. But
there's a reason we love Champions League. We love the NCAA tournament. We love the Open Cup. Is because there could be the underdog, could win, the Cinderella. But we all watch it because we want to see Duke win, or UCLA, or Chelsea, or someone else win. So that's the weird thing about this, is that we all root for the underdog, but we all tune in for the superstar power, to dominate. We want to watch the Yankees win in 27 kind of deal.
Look, is this are we saying this because we were born in this continent, in this country? Is it something that is unique to us, and half the reason why half these people on the internet are like rebelling against Americans is because we're used to what they were proposing, basically the closed system, no relegation, all of this stuff. Like, look, if anyone watches European football and has watched it in the last 15 years, they know about 4 of the 7 leagues that matter in that country are farces. When's the last time a team other than PSV or Ajax has won the Netherlands League? When's the last time, since the money has come in, PSG has not been close to the top? I know Lille is possibly going to take it this year, but when has PSG not been basically on an island? Bayern Munich has been basically running the Bundesliga for the better part of 15 years.
Even thought about being relegated. Pro-Rel is so...
But the fact that there is a chance that a team could take these spots from the big clubs is the reason that we watch.
How much of West Ham are you going to watch in the Champions League?
I would watch West Ham in the Champions League because they shouldn't be there, and that's an underdog.
Okay, so like, how much do you watch like Maccabi Tel Aviv when they're in there? How much of
who are they playing?
How much of Red Star Belgrade do you watch when they're in there?
Oh, that's entertaining.
Not when they're in Red Star. When they're on the road in Porto.
No.
No interest. And this is the point of this. Yes, you're screwing up the integrity of the league, and you're screwing up the romanticism, and I'm the first person to say I don't approve of the Super League. I think it's stupid. But I get it. And it makes a lot of sense on its face when you think about how much of a lack of parity most of European football has become now. And one of the things that I find interesting is, like, look, in America, to qualify for the Champions League, just in this country, you actually have to win a bleeping trophy. Imagine what it would be like in all of these countries if you didn't win a trophy and you actually had to, like, if that's how you can qualify. Manchester City is going to win 3 trophies this year. Is every one of their runners up going to be in the Champions League if they went to that kind of a system? Like, it's, to me, their system is weird to begin with. The fact that you're going to, it's like the NCAA tournament when they had the play-in games. No one asked for these 4 extra games that you decided we needed, but here they are. And now 2 11s are going to play and 2 16s are going to play. No one asked for the 17th game in the NFL, but we're going to have that next season. No one asked for the rule where you have a man on second base in extra innings now, so we can speed up baseball, but we're going to get that too.
Adam,
You know, it's the money thing is too ingrained in the system now for us
no,
to
we
take it
did
out.
ask for this. Ever since kids started to get participation trophies, we all expect the trophy.
But it's not.
That's
but look,
why Tottenham was
that's
invited
lazy.
to this Super League
I mean,
thing
well, you know.
because they needed a trophy.
Tottenham was invited because they give you the illusion that they're a huge fucking club. I'm not even trying to disrespect Tottenham, but like the image of Tottenham Hotspur
Yes, you are.
is they're a huge club.
I get it.
And the fact of the matter is
get
they're
it.
fucking not. And the fact of the matter is Arsenal fucking isn't as they used to be. It's the perception of these clubs. Like, legitimately, or AC Milan hasn't won Italy in 12 years. You know, a lot of these teams that were entering the Super League were doing so they could guarantee revenue that they don't get.
That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is. Because if you're Tottenham and Arsenal from a business perspective, let's say Liverpool, Manchester City and United and Chelsea all go run off and make this Super League. Do you want to be the one guy not in it? You want to be that one guy that's not in it?
And-
So that's why we've gotten to the point. And then on the flip side, do you want to be the first one to jump out of it? No. As soon as the first one jumps out of it, everybody jumps out of it. That's just how it's going to go.
Well, let me tell
That's
you,
how it went.
you
Liverpool
want to know
in a
who
Super
was?
League when they've won the same amount of league titles as bleeping Leicestershire has done in the last 20 years.
I want to counter Devin's point. Do you want to know who was the first to jump in and the first to jump out?
Chelsea Football Club.
Our beloved Chelsea.
So and Chelsea Football
There you
Club
go.
is the antithesis to so many people of what European football has become. But Chelsea's story is also the antithesis of what European football used to be. Like, Chelsea was not
Oh, yeah.
always a good club, and then they came into prominence being a good club. But the problem is the money now. It's the same reason why all of these clubs in MLS are now paying 9 figures to come in and like just to get yourself started. And the reason why Kevin Durant's in the league, the reason why James Harden, Steve Nash, Will Ferrell, all these guys are in this league is because the MLS has proven to be economically growable year after year after year. We can talk about how bad the U.S. game is or the fact that Americans are good enough to make World Cups or whatever, but the money is authentically coming into Major League Soccer at this moment, and this is why so many people are investing. The Super League is just antithesis of this. They want
And
guaranteed
the
money.
MLS teams they're not making money, day to day, but your investment is going to make you money. Where if you bought a English Premier League team, you're dumping money in, dumping money in, dumping money in. And part of the Super League, in my mind, where Chelsea's interest was our boy Roman can't even get into England to watch his team. So he was probably like, let's do the Super League so at least I can watch my investment, what I spent all this money on. Now, Adam, real quick, speaking of Chelsea, I just want to do a little shout out. Jeff Mitchell, Paul Howard from the Philadelphia Union Foundation. Y'all are 2 of the sweetest human beings in the world. But Chelsea whooped your ass in the FA Cup. That's right, baby.
That was actually that was a good dub there. That was a good dub by the Lions. I was not even expecting that, and
Adam, blue is the color.
Purple, purple. Yeah, blue is the color. Football is the game, and we're all together. The fact of the matter is, the fact that Chelsea could actually win a title this year after all of this is, well, look, I should be shocked again. $220 million spent. You should probably win a title. FA Cup is nothing to sneeze at, so respect. And no one's going to challenge for the top spot. Manchester City has that pretty much
Man.
locked up. But look,
Tommy ball is boring ball, though, isn't it?
it is. And look, can I say this? Chelsea's boring right now. Like, I'm watching a really boring soccer club. Like, they're winning and like cool, but like this reminds me of the Mourinho years where I was just like, man,
we're sorry.
Like, yeah, like the Chelsea Football Club is the New Jersey Devils of Premier League soccer, where they're like, we're going to score 2 goals and then we're just going to clog the midfield. We're just going to literally just put 4 bodies on the blue line and say,
but they don't score 2 goals. They just clog the midfield and then they chip a goal in.
Okay, so let me say when the Devils were good. Yeah, because that's what the thing. The Chelsea will get a goal maybe and then get another goal in like the 87th minute and be like, okay, we're done here, right? We've done all of that we needed to do to accomplish the goal today. And I'm like, it's some boring ass soccer right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now we're gonna flip the script now. We're gonna talk about some exciting soccer. You ready for this, Adam?
Please.
Your Tottenham Hotspurs. They fired yet another great manager. And even DC United legend Wayne Rooney called y'all crazy. You fired this man before a Leagues Cup final versus Man City, where that man does nothing but win you trophies. Devin, do you have anything to stand on this trial?
I love the false rumors that were like, Jose refused to bring the team out on the field to protest the Super League, and that's why they fired him. No, trust me, that is not what actually happened. But now, in a time that I should be thrilled with this firing, obviously all the other things kind of bogged it down a little bit. But new manager comes in, played for the club, comes in today. Comeback victory over Southampton, and we got a cup final against Man City this weekend. And what a story that would be.
Now, can we talk about Ryan Madison or whoever? Is that the Nick Sirianni hiring? I mean, you basically just got the Eagles head coach. That's who you picked up.
He's a young guy. He's.
It's Ryan Madsen, right? He was the reliever for the Eagles.
Ryan Manson.
Oh, not Madsen?
I want to say he's the only Premier League manager under 30 years old, or the first in a while. I forget what it was. But giving him a chance. Interim coach to the end of the year. Obviously, they're probably not going to hire him. But hey, here's your chance, buddy.
Hey, you're the bridge to Lidge, buddy. Can't wait till you get Brad Lidge as your coach. That was a Phillies reference. The Phillies are a team, Devin.
I mean, do they play like one? Actually, they got to walk off today. Let me not stop. Andrew Knapp for the kids. That was a good one right there. But no, I mean, look. English soccer is weird. Some of these clubs hold on to managers for 47 years, and then other of these clubs are just like 5 managers, 5 years. And Chelsea's one of them. I don't get this, Even if you don't
NHL.
like Jose. Like, how is this the moment? Like, how was this? Allow him to make you money. Allow him to make. Because, here's the thing. This is the first time someone would have fired him after he won several trophies in that season. That's his calling card. He's like the Michael Jordan of freaking managers, where he leaves on top and then eventually comes back and ruins his legacy. That's basically. Because here's the thing. If everyone wants to talk about Michael Jordan, but no one wants to talk about the Michael Jordan Wizard years, then we're not having a full conversation. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I feel bad for Spurs. I do. Because this is a chance for you to get some hardware. This is a chance for you to feel good this season. You're probably not making Champions League. You're probably going to have to deal with not having an Amazon Prime series in the off season to make you look good. You have all this. So I feel bad that you're just going to hang on to the fact that Gareth Bale was kind of okay when he came back, and Son is going to leave you for a bigger club almost immediately. That's it. And also, Dele Alli hates everybody.
Deli's coming back. He's going to score a hat trick the next
Dele
game.
Alli is just like, I've been freed. It's like that one episode of Family Guy where all the
Oh my
white
God.
people are like unzipped and it's all black people and they're all just dancing around like, can you feel a brand new
See,
day? It's just like,
I was going to say Dele Alli is going to look like Tim Robinson Shawshank when he crawls out of the sewer of shit and he just pulls his shirt off like, that's Dele Alli right now. That's going to be a
legitimately,
celebration.
I've like watching that man be put into a doghouse. It's like Pogba with Mourinho. Like, what? This man has a hard on for just being like, you're gonna sit for a very long time. I know that you're quite talented. It probably should be on national teams, but I don't like you.
Dude, I think he's got a book of players that hit on his wife, girlfriend / daughter / whatever. And he goes, you know what? I'm going to manage that team. I'm going to ruin your life because you hit on my wife. That's it. Like that's Jose to the T, man. It's and I love him for it. And I can't wait till he's the Inter Miami coach because he's coming to MLS next. That's got to be his next stop.
I mean,
right?
he's gonna have Lionel
Am I
Messi
off?
with him down there, so it's gonna be fine.
Dude, that's must see TV, man. That will be. Oh hell yeah!
Did we not believe that this is the logical, Inter Miami progression? Like Inter Miami is like one of the few teams in MLS that will be good despite everything. That makes it.
You mean
possibly
despite cheating?
bad.
We forgot about that. They're
Like,
cheating and all that stuff.
and trust me, as a Palermo fan, I know something about corruption. But legitimately, it's like this team is playing in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if anyone has taken I-95 between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. They're not necessarily fucking close. Like, you want to talk about Chester and Philadelphia being distant together?
Oh.
These are multiple counties apart. We're not even going to get into that. They have different airports. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, the team is been put on the gravesite of Lockhart Stadium that they've actually made look relatively interesting. You still haven't really figured out where you're going to put yourselves in physical Miami. Hello, NYCFC. And then you find yourselves skirting the lines of MLS's basic policies because David Beckham, someone who's literally been a part of this league for the better part of 17 years, still doesn't know what the rules are, even though he was gifted a bleeping
Because he skirted the
franchise.
rules then.
But his presence in MLS was a skirting of rules in the first place. But at the core of this is they got freaking they got Neville as a coach. Right? Because obviously you got the Beck's connection. And every really viable soccer player who wants to retire in America is going to want to play at that club. And that's the thing that Miami, and this is the thing Beck said. Like, there's a reason why Beck's put the team in Miami. He was like, people are always going to show up in Miami. James Harden has been hurt for the better part of a month and a half. And when the Brooklyn Nets went to Miami, his ass was sitting in first class with the dollar bills already in hand, so he didn't have to go to the ATM and exchange currency. He was like, look, I'm going directly to Magic City. I'm going to this space. I'm going to all the strip clubs. I will see you at game time in a multicolored jumpsuit.
And this is why Adam Booth is your capo, because he's getting you ready for this Saturday night, 8 p.m., Subaru Park. We take on Beckham. We take on Posh Spice. Everybody.
Technically Blaze Matuidi, I think.
Guys, this is episode number Jason Kelsey.
Wait, we're done? That was
Yeah.
it?
So it's been a short hour and 5
I had
minutes.
Fusion Talk. Are we not going to get to the Fusion Talk?
Oh, are we do?
Adam, do your Fusion Talk.
Devin,
Don't
do we
worry.
have time for
I'll make
this?
time for you.
We-
I'll make
we-
time
I'll
for
do
you.
you
the
can
Fusion
edit this
30
in,
seconds.
you can-
Fusion.
you
Hi,
can-
guys.
Ladies and
Who's that?
gentlemen, it's your Fusion Hour.
I'll give you Fusion 30 seconds. They're 2-0. They went over to Korea, and now they're playing in the Korea APEC League because they wanted stronger competition since their domination of North America was so strong last year. But they are now 2-0. They're ranked right now 4th in the power rankings, and they're having visa issues because not all of their team can get over to Korea right now. So think about it. It's kind of like the Sixers right now. It's just like they're not playing with a full team, so they're still doing solid. think about when they got the whole squad going. I'm talking to everyone to get, the Fusion as our, I guess, 7th team, because, shout out to the Philly Wings. But, we need to support local dominant esports, Shout outs to G4 coming back, too. That I know that made Devin a little happy.
Is there visa issues? Their Canadian girlfriend not talking to them on the internet?
So, here's the thing. So, if these guys were going to play in North America on their laptops, on their actual very powerful machines, the fact that they're playing with people who are halfway across the world equals a ping issue. So, imagine a podcast with Matt. Everyone else is actually in very crystal clear imagery. Everyone's got HD cameras. Everyone's got crisp audio. But Matthew looks over here like he's in a dial-up system that was circa AOL, actually. And, having to deal with that is basically the same thing with Funny Astro would have to deal with playing in America, trying to play Overwatch in Korea. But the substitutes, they've been doing pretty good.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Jeff Kaplan, who's leaving Blizzard. Huge part of Overwatch, huge face of Overwatch, a driving force for Blizzard, and it's going to be
an
a huge
actual
loss for them.
toast to that man, because Overwatch has been a game out since roughly 2016, I think. So we're in.
Was he one of the American gladiators?
He might have been. He's a gladiator in my heart. That's for damn sure. He's made. He's one of the greats, and he's the only reason why Blizzard's still a viable company, because everything else they make now is shit. So that's real.
Dude, I love the Blizzard. That ice cream you can put upside down.
That is
good.
actually, as a person who's now
man.
lactose intolerant, one of the things I miss the most is an Oreo Blizzard. But when I was a child, I liked to get what I like to call the diabetes hurricane, which was the Nerds Blizzard. You've never really understood what it was like to just get a sugar rush off of just eating crystallized sugar chunks inside your already sweet as a hell frozen yogurt.
Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future.
Oh my God, that never happened. It's been 15 years, Dippin' Dots. That didn't pay out the way you thought that was gonna go. We still eating regular ass ice cream.
Yeah, it's like my Bitcoin investment. Never paid out.
Dogecoin, man. Dogecoin. That was the one. Apparently, the Dodge brothers, before they passed on, invented a coin system. So good for them.
Devin, did we click all the boxes? Did we check them all off, or do we got something else?
I think
I've also
we've hit
finished
them
my
all, yeah.
wine, so this is appropriate time to end the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Miami. And before that, and after that, get ready for Atlanta. We'll see you all on Saturday. And remember, this was episode number Jason Kelsey. Wash your hands.